Hi. So the focus of this week's reflection is looking at the difference between looking at something and looking at something with all of its details and truly looking for details in a piece. And what this initially made me think of is in high school, we went to an art museum with our high school class. And at first I was just looking at all the pieces and kind of seeing some things I liked. But then our art teacher gave us an assignment over the art museum halfway through. And then I noticed myself finding details in paintings that I had never even noticed before. So I think it's really important knowing the difference between just looking at a piece and thinking, oh, that's pretty. Usually my whole life I've looked at some pieces and immediately liked them just from their certain colors or styles. But I've noticed that the more I look at the details, the more I tend to like pieces. I think that's really important to see the artist's intentions behind every artwork and everything in between. And then I think this really could apply well to my future career path because I want to become a doctor. And from a patient's point of view, because I've had that point of view a lot in my life, it's very easy to notice when doctors are looking at you just as a problem to be fixed, like, what is your issue, what is your cause, let me fix it. And then it's obvious to tell when doctors are not only looking at your illness that needs to be solved, but also you as a whole person. And so that reminds me of this weekly reflection is they're not just looking at you, seeing what's on their paperwork and prescribing you medicine. They're looking at every single detail of you and figuring out what makes you work as a person, and then recovery and everything else comes so much easier from that. So I think how I could apply this to my life is just when if I am a doctor, looking at all of my patients, not just looking at them, but looking at all the details of them and figuring out how their lifestyles work and all the little details in between, because sometimes we don't realize that it's not just the big areas about a person that make them a person, it's the little details and the small things that make people unique and different. And with medicine, that can be really important sometimes, especially with unknown issues that could be happening. So yeah, I really liked this weekly reflection because I think I could definitely apply it to my future.